At this point now, what are you doing more now? You're doing more of the interior design type thing?
Yeah, I'm on a music sabbatical, I like to call it. I'm not done with music, but I have taken a break, and it's been a 3-year break now. I have not produced a beat in about probably 2.5 years.
Is there any particular reason why, or?
I think that as an artist, I needed to journey along a different path, and interior design happens to be that path right now. And I wanted to do something completely different and become a different person. And the only way I knew I could become a completely different person was to leave the environment I was in, go to a completely new environment, and become a completely different person in a different artistic field. And I did that, and it's great. It's like exploring different sides of life through yourself. And that's like something I'm doing right now. I couldn't tell you in 4 years if I'm still going to be an interior designer, if I'm still going to be living in New York. It's whatever I feel is necessary in that moment, and it's very hard for me to predict that. But I do miss music a lot. I have my moments where I'm itching and I wish I could be in the studio, and I just slid some demos over to my old company the other day that I used to work for, helping out this band in New York, and it's a good feeling to still be a part of music because I love it so much. And I think another big concept is, or big thing for me was, I wanted to enjoy music as a listener, and I wanted to step back from making it and just become a listener again, because I was so analytical about music and critical that I don't think I was enjoying it anymore. So that was a big thing for me, was I really enjoyed taking a step back from being the creator and just becoming someone who could actually just enjoy what's being created. And that's been the most happy feeling since I stopped making music.
Now, in terms of like the interior design thing, I mean, I think that that's a really, it takes a very artistic sense to be able to design a room and come up with things in that. So in terms of doing that, like, is there a process that you go by in doing that also? Do you think that there's a certain, a special job that you have to do in designing?
I think it's a lot like music. It's like I show up at a client's house and I have to gauge them and see where they're at, check their vibe, and understand like what they want to become in their lives, because the design is going to have to like complement who they really want to change to as a person, because anytime someone's designing their space, they want change in their life, and that tells me that they want to be a different person in some way or evolve as a person. So instead of getting to know who they are, I get to know who they want to be. On the spot, I vibe with the client and we come up with something. I like to make it an interactive process where it's not just me controlling everything, it's me really just like kind of consulting and aiding in the process, you know. Some clients are less active than others. If someone doesn't want anything to do with it, I'll do the best I can on my own and make something for them, but often I find that I end up pretty much working with the person.
So in general, if people want to, like, you know, get your services maybe on the design tip, or want to hear any, you know, if you have any beats that you're in the middle of working on or anything like that, or they just want to contact you in general for, you know, talk, where should they go?
If you want music, you could probably find it on Amazon.
Yeah.
There are people selling the Illuminatives album on Amazon.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm gonna put those links up.
I actually prefer that you buy it from Johanse directly.
Yes.
So it's money in his pocket and not whoever is bootlegging.
That's right.
As far as my design services, you can catch me at Serge at SergeVanLian.com. That's SERGE at SERGEVANLIAN.com. And I'm also on MySpace / Serge Van Lian.
The question I always leave off with also is for any of the other up and coming and aspiring producers or interior designers or artists in general, if there's any words of wisdom or things that you've learned that you want to drop on them?
For interior designers, I think that, or you know what, I'm going to say it for artists in general. Just be you and don't try too hard. Honestly, the harder you have to try at something, the more I feel nature is telling you that it's just not natural. Everything in life that's beautiful seems to happen naturally. When you have an amazing day or you meet somebody who's amazing, it's not expected. It's always a natural process. And nature tells us that every day that what it does is beautiful because it's unexpected, it flows. When I became an interior designer, I think that's what helped me do so well when I started, is that I didn't care. I was like, I just felt like doing it and I did it, and I didn't care what people thought, and I just let it flow. And that was the beauty of it. Don't be too critical. Just be you and make it come from you, and you'll be successful.
Serge Van Lian in the house. You know what I'm saying? That's right. Look at him. So there it is. Another one installed. Holler.